can I count on you? One last time.
All right, kid. Let's go do it. One last time.
Welcome back, guys, to day 40 of 50 Days of Drake. We are up to the rail yard part where we're going to try and attempt to save Chloe. But it ain't going to happen. Let's see what Nate has got planned.
Ugh. So you got a plan B?
Bitch, this is it.
Working on it?
This is plan A, B, C, all the way to fucking Z. And props to anybody who knows what quote that's from, what video game that's from.
Flynn's got her.
Second thoughts?
No. Okay. They're about to take this show on the
I
road,
love
so
how
we're gonna
Elena's
have to move
like,
fast.
I got
I'm
this.
going down there
I know
alone.
what you're planning.
Wait,
I'm
just
already 5
listen.
steps ahead of
Listen.
you.
Meanwhile, you're gonna go over there.
I'm there
Snag
already.
is one of those nice-looking
4x4s.
4x4s. You're gonna be the wheelman. I'll sneak in.
That's
I'll grab
wheel woman.
Chloe. You come in right behind us.
With the getaway car.
With the getaway
She's like, yeah,
car.
Yep,
okay,
got it.
whatever.
Got it?
I got
I
it.
got it. Do you got it?
Go.
Bitch, I got it. I love that. She's like not waiting for Nate. Now this part with all the heavies. Oh man, this is a tough one.
So,
Those guys with the
you
gat
got a
guns.
plan C?
Yeah, floor it. I'm getting on that train.
What are you, crazy?
Just get me close enough to jump.
Guess that answers that question.
Step on it.
Oh, she is so mad at him. Now this part with the trains. This gameplay was so epic. When they designed this, I think they said that this part took longer than most of
How do you plan on getting her off that
most of the
speedy
game
train?
did, because it was so many moving parts, so many things happening at once. It took so much time and effort to get this part done,
Okay, here we go.
No, hold on.
and it's iconic. It's an iconic scene. It's an iconic gameplay part. It's a tough part to play, but it's so much fun because you never really did anything like that before. I know I never played anything like that before, and it was brilliant, and I loved it. But that part took them so long to do, to develop and to work out, and it worked out brilliantly. This part. Oh, the part with the helicopter is coming up, right?
This is mine, jerkweed.
Oh, this is where it all begins. Okay. Takes me a second. This guy, when you have to fight this guy. Who saved our ass? Yay, Chloe.
Save my ass again.
He's like,
You
yeah,
alright?
she's one of us again. And she's like,
What are you talking about?
I saved
any
your
idea what
ass,
I've been
but
through?
I didn't ask you to
never
save
asked
me.
for any of your bloody heroics.
Chloe,
I don't
come
need a
on, we
hero.
have
I'm my
time for
own
this.
damn
So what?
hero.
So get off the train while you still can.
And leave you with them.
You made your choice.
What did you expect me to do?
I expected you to have my
I
back.
had your back.
How could you possibly
I
with
love
the
that
other
line.
two on yours?
Good luck with Flynn. We deserve each other. You know, I can't believe.
No. At this point, you thought that Chloe shot him.
You just don't know when to quit, do you?
What? No witty remark? Nothing clever to say?
Don't. No!
Chloe
No,
keeps
you
trying to
don't.
save him, and he keeps getting into trouble.
Stop. Just let him go.
Put him out of his misery!
And now we find out how it all started with the beginning of the game. Like, how is he still even alive after this? The only thing that I could think of is that it's so cold. That's the only thing that stops him from dropping dead, basically, at this point. My dogs are driving me crazy. Last chance, Nate.
Here goes nothing.
Oh my god. Look at that. The worst possible spot to derail a train. If you're gonna derail a train, this is the worst possible spot. Back where we started. Now this is where we began. this whole debacle. And he still winds up with the artifact. Finally. What are the chances of him actually finding that? And this is one of my favorite levels of this game. I love this whole area, this whole section. It's one of my favorite parts of any video game. This is such a hard fight. It's such a fun fight, though. Get that hammer, the M32 hammer. Oh, man. That is like my favorite weapon.
Here we go.
In this part, he finally meets Tenzin. Tenzin saves his ass. And Elena followed the tracks. That's how she found him. Look how gorgeous this is. This whole level is just so beautiful. I mean, that's the only thing I can think of is how he still survived because of the cold. They stopped the bleeding? I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I have no clue. Tenzin! Right now you're like, oh god, please be a good guy. Please be a good guy. You don't want Nate falling into the wrong hands. And like, you could see all of like the lines on his face. I mean, this was 2009. And it still looks beautiful. The close-ups, the lines in his face, the blood, the bruising.
How did I get here?
I'm healed. I'm alive.
How long have I been out?
Oh, that's gonna be nasty.
Thanks. No. That's plenty.
That's a sweet-ass knife he's got.
I'm sorry, I don't understand.
That is a cool-ass bomber jacket that he gives Nate. And then we find out that Elena found him. Thank God.
Thanks.
And she knows how to speak the language. Like without even... I'm sure she knows from her TV series and her traveling, but I'm shocked that Nate doesn't know some of this language since he can read like 13th century Spanish, you know, but he doesn't know any Tibetan. I love this part. This is the part where you can walk through the whole town. You can pet, you know, all the animals. You can play soccer with the kids. And then you can play hide and seek with the two kids up against the wall there. I mean, it's so... The fact that they even put that in there as just like something as an aside, you know, I mean, it's stuff like that. The little touches that make these stories so amazing. Like even in The Last of Us, when... you know, you like shine the light in Ellie's face, she'll like, you know, cover her eyes. Or like when they're trying to play soccer, actually, I just realized there's a soccer reference in Uncharted 2 and in Last of Us. When her and Sam are trying to play soccer, and if you stand in front of her right before she tries to kick it to Sam, she's like, are you gonna move? Like, you could just stand there forever, and she will just like get annoyed with you and just stand there and wait for you. So I thought that was funny. But it's like those little touches like that in these games that just make you really appreciate the detail and thought. I mean, they thought of everything.
Just when I thought I had nothing left to lose.
Nate.
What do you guys think? Are
thank
they
God
going to
you're
have children
alright.
in this last one?
I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah.
alright.
Ouch. Sorry.
Elena, tell me you have some idea of what's going on. I mean, how long have I been here?
Yeah, only a few days. I followed the tracks to the wreckage. What the hell happened?
You were right about
I happened.
Chloe. Turns out
I
she wasn't
happened.
exactly looking to be rescued.
Wait, did she do that?
No, I have Flynn to thank for this.
Yeah, got to some.
That I don't know if that would
Somebody
ruin the
who's
story if
interested
they
in
had kids. I can't picture Nate as a father. I can picture him like taking on like a younger kid as like his like
Carl
as him being a mentor,
How are you feeling?
and like the two of them
Good.
like adopting
Thanks.
maybe
Good, good.
like an older child like that.
Sit.
I can't picture them
It
having children. I don't know
appears
if it
you
would
and I
ruin the
have much in
story.
common, Mr. Drake.
And then maybe the child would
so?
take over,
Yes.
like in my
17
mind, in
years
10
ago,
years from now, they're gonna
I
do
came here just
a
like
new
you,
protagonist
carried
based on
into the
the whole
village near
Uncharted
death,
series, and
the
build up
last
a whole
survivor
new
of my company.
universe around it.
I was hired to lead an expedition into Tibet to find
And I was actually going back
the
and
entrance
editing
to Shambhala.
my video for day 44
they really wanted.
when we're in
was
the
the
camp
Chintamani
with
stone.
Lazarovich, and you see like the board
So,
that Nate's looking
my
at, and
friend,
I never noticed it, but
where did you find
there's a
this?
note, post-it note that says number 2, and it has
Borneo.
Schaefer, and
Why?
it's it's here, and I'm
This is
like,
the
I
key
never
to
noticed. I mean, I
Shambhala.
took a screenshot and I
It's
blew it
the
up,
one object
and I'm like,
your
it says
opponent
Schaefer.
desperately
I
needs,
always
even if he does
assumed
not know it yet.
that Schaefer
Oh, I think he knows.
was here, like on the
Look, I'm very
down
grateful
low,
for
and
everything you've
like
done for me. I really am.
that
I'm through with all this.
Lazarovich just happened to come
So,
across him. I didn't know that his whole
They have
mission
beaten you,
was
huh?
known. And
Your
when
quest is over?
Lazarovich was
Yeah,
coming
right.
through,
What if
he
it's
was
only
he was
beginning?
purposefully following
find
him
this guy?
and following his trail, because he was
Trust
following
me,
Marco
young
Polo's
man,
trail,
your ego
and then
will
Schaefer
mend.
came, and now
You're just lucky
Lazarovich,
to
I
be
guess.
alive.
Yeah,
But
you know,
I just
people are always
assumed that
telling me
he
how lucky I am.
just stumbled
The
across
truth is,
him
everything I touch turns to
because
shit.
they happened to be in the
So,
same
Elena, I'm
area,
done.
and that since he
Come on,
killed
I'm
all
through
the other
playing the
Nazis
hero.
that he was
Your
with, that
adversary
this
will not
was
give up so easily.
just a part
He will not
of
stop until he possesses
him
the
just
thing he
stumbling across him.
desires.
I didn't
Yeah?
know that it
Well,
was
more
like
power to him.
foresight, that he was
Power is
actually trying to
precisely
follow
the
his
problem.
trail. I didn't know there was a
Some of the
lore or a
most
story about that. I thought it was very
fearsome
secret.
rulers through
Let's put it that way.
history
That's why I
have
didn't think that
possessed only
Lazarovich
a
knew about him.
fragment
So
of the Chintamani stone.
that, I mean,
Men
you
like
learn something new every day. I mean, I have played this
Genghis
game,
Khan.
I can't even tell you how many times.
If a mere
And that is the
sliver
first time I
could
noticed it,
bestow
only because
such
when I was editing the
power,
video, I
what
noticed
would
it.
a man become
And I saw like a little
if he
scribble. I'm like, I wonder
possessed
what
the
that
stone
says.
itself?
You know, 20 years later, I
This is
finally
crazy.
see it,
It's
you
got
know.
to be what he's
Just when you
after,
think
Nate.
Then
you've seen
Lazarovich
everything in
really
these
is a
games, you
nutshell.
know.
He's chasing a myth.
And what if he's not?
Helena, come on.
Well, I mean, what if it's true?
Actually, I'm wearing my. This is
We've
so funny
seen what
because
he's
I'm wearing my
capable
Brutal
of.
Legend
I
shirt,
understand
which
your
is
doubt. You require proof.
where I get my
Something you
my
can see
channel
with your
logo
own
from.
eyes.
Ophelia drowned Ophelia from this
Tenzin.
game.
Tin
This
San
game,
Ankara
Brutal
Tingle
Legend,
Drake.
came out the same day as
Find the
Uncharted 2,
remains of my expedition,
October
and
13th,
you will have your
2009.
proof. Tenzin will guide you.
And Brutal Legend is one of my favorite games of all time. Like, I am a Double Fine fan. I am a Naughty Dog fan. I love other games and other developers, but this game was like one of my favorite all-time games. I love the gameplay. I love the story. I love the
live to
characters. I
regret
love
this.
the whole world. I think I've played that game
Just come back in one
probably
piece.
just as much as I played The Last of Us. I will play the whole game in like a day just because I just
Suppose you
love
speak
being in
any
that
English, do you,
universe. I
pal?
don't know if anybody's ever played it. It's only on PlayStation 3. My dream one day is that there will be a sequel to this game. It really, you know, it should have done so well. It did well, but not as well as you would have hoped it would have done. But it was
Looks
Jack Black
exciting.
did such an amazing job on it, and I'm a huge Jack Black fan. I love
What's it say?
Tenacious D. They have Tenacious D songs in there too. They have
something.
Lemmy. They have Ozzy.
Why do
They
I ask?
have, oh my gosh, so many awesome metal
song.
songs. I'm a big metalhead. Like the music
so
is
good
just
with your
perfect.
hands, pal.
But I just thought it was funny that I just happened to wear this shirt. Is like so old, but you know,
Wait.
this is like 99% of my
That's it.
wardrobe is my video game shirts
do you need
and
that?
game developer shirts. And so they came out the same day. So I mean, it's really hard to compete with Uncharted 2. I mean, but I still play both, and I still love them both so much. What do you guys think? Did you play this game when it first came out, or did you come to play it after the fact, like years later? And what is your favorite video game of all time? It doesn't have to be Naughty Dog. I'm just curious. This game is like one of my specials. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I'll come back tomorrow with day 39. We're getting in the 30s. We're getting closer and closer. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for subscribing, liking, and sharing. I really appreciate it so much. Thanks.